Great leadership is like the birth of a hero. It comes with its own complexities. By the end of the day, it reflects in the final product. Nicknamed the Premier Hall of the University of Cape Coast, Oguaa Hall is located at the South Campus, popularly referred to as Old Site. Oguaa Hall was the first hall of residence for students to be constructed in the University of Cape Coast. It is worth acknowledging that because Oguaa, which is the Fanti word for Cape Coast, it is assumed that royal status whenever it is being referred to in Fanti. Oguaa to wit, the University of Cape Coast. According to historian Daniel Obeng, he revealed that the latter part of the 20th century manifested an increasing yearning for quality tertiary education. This culminated into the decision to introduce the bunk beds to meet the increasing number of students who would want to taste tertiary education in the University of Cape Coast. This, therefore, led to what has become what many students today refer to the hall as the Monkey Kingdom in Equip. Students assigned to the top bed had the task of swinging and jumping into their beds like monkeys in their sanctuaries.
Oguaa Hall, located at the South Campus, that is the old site of the university, is the oldest hall of residence among the 10 halls in the University of Cape Coast. The hall derives its name from the traditional name of Cape Coast, Oguaa. It is worth acknowledging that University of Cape Coast means Oguaa Suapon. According to historian Daniel Obeng, he revealed that the latter part of the 20th century manifested the increasing interest in tertiary education. As a way of adjusting to the demand, the hall introduced bunk beds, and students who were assigned to the top beds had a pleasant experience of jumping and swinging onto their beds, earning them the name monkeys.
The beautiful nature of Oguaa Hall, divided into 7 brick blocks, giving you an opportunity to have a very beautiful and therapeutic view of the Atlantic Ocean, made Oguaa Hall a nice attraction to anyone visiting the University of Cape Coast.
Oguaa Hall comprises of 7 long blocks ascending a hill, which gives her a beautiful view of the Atlantic Ocean with a golden beach. The hall is committed to providing a safe, comfortable, secure, and nurturing learning environment that is conducive for academic pursuits, personal growth, and development, while fostering a sense of civic responsibility and appreciating diversity.
Today, many of the 10 traditional halls of residence have emulated Oguaa Hall by introducing bunk beds into their rooms to accommodate the huge number of people who have gained interest in studying at the University of Cape Coast.
Oguaa provides residential accommodation for students of both sexes, so we have both males and females residing in Oguaa Hall. Currently, we have about 1,200 students living in residence and over 4,000 students as affiliates living in the University of Cape Coast community.
Madame Milan Ahimateria, a senior assistant registrar in the registrar's department at the University of Cape Coast and a faculty officer at the School of Educational Development and Outreach, SEDO UCC, is serving as the hall warden of the Premier Hall at the University of Cape Coast.
My name is Milan Ahimateria. I am a senior assistant registrar of the School of Educational Development and Outreach and the hall warden of Oguaa Hall. I assumed duty as the hall warden of Oguaa in 2019. I took over from Dr. Francis Bediako, and during his tenure, I was the senior hall tutor of the hall then. So when his time was over, I was appointed as the warden in 2019. Ever since taking over, I identified some of the challenges facing residents in Oguaa Hall, as well as workers of the hall. and worked assiduously to make sure that all those challenges were resolved. As part of the major achievements during my tenure as the hall warden of Oguaa Hall, I have been able to undertake renovation of the washrooms, 10 of the washrooms. That is from Block C, E, F, and J. I've also tiled all the sink areas on the floors of Oguaa Hall. I've also improved the internal beautification of the lawns. We have also purchased bunk beds and mattresses to augment the numbers, as well as replace the worn-out mattresses. We have also undertaken renovation of the hall enquiry desk. We have refurbished the hall warden's office and the general office.
The hall has done a lot of activities. They've really done a lot of projects for the last 2 years since I served as the hall bearer. And among them are renovation of the halls, washrooms, the Aluta Square, as well as the hall assistants lodge. And currently the hall management is renovating the conference room and then the washrooms as well.
We have fixed all the damages as a result of the ATL Oguaa Hall clashes. We have renovated the conference room of the hall. We have created a hall tutor's office so that hall tutors can relax, sit in, and discuss issues with students. We have also done some external paintings and interior paintings in the hall.
And lots of things have been done. Management have tried its possible best to improve the high standard of the hall. But as we know, much more is needed to be done, especially the tiling of the rooms and floors, but in phases, and then the renovation of all the washrooms, and then the renovation of the conference room, which is ongoing. Basically, my duties are to ensure that there is a conducive and sound environment for ensuring students' academic pursuits, and also ensuring that students' complaints and grievances are really resolved. We also see to the day-to-day running of the hall. So I'm very happy and I'm very privileged to be a part of the Premier Hall of UCC, the first fruit of UCC.
Very notably, we celebrated Oguaa Hall at 60. We celebrated Oguaa Hall at 60 since its establishment. And as part of it, we had Oguaa at 60 launched in March 2022. And in September 2022, we had our Grand Derby to climax the Oguaa Hall at 60. The anniversary was a very colorful one, and it saw our alumni coming from all walks of life, especially alumni as far as in 72, ongoing, and the current alumni participating or attending in their numbers. We also took the opportunity to award our past hall masters, hall tutors, as well as hardworking staff, cleaners, hall assistants in the hall.
My whole life has been a life of servitude, and anywhere I find myself, I try to render my service to humanity. So in the year 2018, when I was first admitted in the University of Cape Coast, I had Oguaa Hall as a hall of affiliation. It is an affiliation I never regretted. I came here, I settled down, and I played my part as an affiliate. So when the opportunity presented itself for me to become the hall president of this noble hall, it is an opportunity that was warmly and exceptionally endorsed by the people of Oguaa Hall. And as such, it is something I never took for granted.
Hello, fellow premiers. Elizabeth Banahene is my name, the Vice President for the 2021-2022 academic year. As a Vice President, I assist the President in running of his office. Also, I am the President of the Ideal Women's Desk. The Ideal Women's Desk is a wing that helps ladies bring programs on board to champion the affairs of the ladies in the hall?
Some people have said the fact that you can run the office without the boss, but you cannot run the office without the secretary. And I think I go in that direction because ever since I was given the nod as the secretary of Oguaa Hall, I got to realize that the secretary serves as the pivoter in the administration, right from management to JCRC and to the entire student body of the hall. In fact, ever since I was the secretary, there are so many things that I have done, working hand in hand with the JCRC, the hall management, and other students.
Hi, fellow premiers. I am Emmanuel Odum, the Chief Justice and Head of Disciplinary Committee of this covetable hall. The Office of the Chief Justice plays a very integral role within the hall, and it is a fact that without this office, the management will find it difficult moderating or maintaining order within the hall. And it is for this reason that the Office of the Chief Justice was created to oversee all disciplinary issues and concerns. It also serves as arbiters between and among members of the JCR and also make binding decisions on matters relating to discipline, the code of ethics and rules and regulations of this hall.
My name is Aduna Oxman, the treasurer for Oguaa Hall. Some call me the finance minister of Oguaa Hall. As far as this office is concerned, if you look at the constitution of Oguaa Hall, my responsibility is to keep all monies of JCRC. And besides, I work hand in hand with other executives to make sure that I get them the funds to be able to embark on their projects and some of the programs they plan in doing during the semester. And besides, one of the responsibilities that I, as a finance minister or the treasurer for Oguaa Hall, I give advice to the spending officer, which happen to be the president of Oguaa Hall, of some of the projects that it is going to embark. So the project will cause financial loss to the Oguaa Hall accounts. I give him advice.
Hi, esteemed people of the Great Premier Hall. This is Emmanuel Kelvin Kwame Ando, the president for the Christian Council. As a Christian body and a council in the hall, we function basically to ensure that our affiliates are spiritually sound and strong, and not only to look at spiritual aspect, but to make sure that in the areas of academics, our core mandates on campus, the council come up with programs to empower our people. Looking at financial areas as such, we also come up with programs that help our affiliates to be strong and sound with their financial issues. Aside that, as a Christian council, we are also interested in the relationship aspect of our people, and that is why we have programs like My Lover, My Life. But most especially in issues of relationship, we come up with other vital programs to empower our affiliates. In the just ended celebration of our 60th hall anniversary, the Christian Council helped in climaxing it with a Thanksgiving ceremony. I would always say that all these successes and heights have been achieved by the support of the JCRC of Oguaa Hall, most especially the hardworking president, Mr. Bertrand, together with our hall executives. I would say that opportunity to serve is something that will always be welcomed by myself. As a young man of this age, I thank the Premier Hall for opportunity to serve it hall, and my doors are always open to help the Premier Hall achieve any success that we want to embark on. Thank you.
Hail Oguaa Hall of UCC. God bless the Premier Hall. Good day, fellow premiers. I am Bewa Sylvester, the presidential aide to the president of Oguaa Hall. My office is among one of the most enviable positions in the hall. Dating back to the past, my office was established or created by the previous administration. The sole aim of this office is to provide administrative support to the president in discharging his duties. My office has been able to support the president in all his activities, that is within and outside the hall. The office of the presidential aide takes all instructions from the president, who is the head. The beginning of our administration, that is the freshest welcoming, my president tasked me to coordinate all the activities that took place on that very day, that is the 2 days welcoming. we were able to have a successful welcoming that has become one of the most unprecedented welcoming the hall has ever had. Based on this, we can say that the previous administration, the office of the presidential aide, worked very well. But under the veteran-led administration, we have been able to redefine, adding more value to the office of the presidential aide by involving the presidential aide in all executive activities, including even the just ended election that the presidential aide was selected as an electoral commission member, which ended us in a very successful election in the hall. Thank you.
Oguaa Hall, the Premier Hall, continues to be an epitome of quality and a sound place for students to lay their heads and enjoy a home away from home environment.